Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
They go play action here on first down. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down now, Gage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Check 9, check 9. You go tight.
Hey, Sam off.
You got tight right there.
Get it.
They'll try the left side. Gage. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with 2 hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Robertson. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Let's go. 70, Indy. They can't hang with us. Check. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Back to throw. Floyd. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise. Because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Robertson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
To throw again, Robertson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Robertson throwing the out route and complete. That's Lamb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Here's Conner on 1st down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. from the gun. Floyd. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Ready? 18, Gator.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. Gage. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's go, Heavy.
Go, 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 go.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
To throw on third down. Floyd. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 54 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Ready, ready.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Robertson. And that's going to be incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him even if he has an elite defender on him because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Let's go, let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Robertson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, Robertson. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. From the gun on 3rd down, Robertson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the dent.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Ball. Mike, check. 59.
2nd and long. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
57's Mike. Mike 57. 57. Mike 50. Go.
Operating from the gun. Floyd going deep to the end zone for Juju. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Record. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing again. Floyd. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is counter. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Push him back. Push him back.
Off the bootleg. Bentley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game. Pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting being on second half no matter what. With his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is at least a times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go to Johnson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Mills completes it to Jennings. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Off the play fake. Mills. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Looking to throw. Mills. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mills. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This will be taken in at the 1. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
I'm coming. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
On first down, Bentley. That's complete to his running back, Connor. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
11 more yards. That's another Steelers first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Gage. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you say 3 rushing touchdowns and, of course, throw it to him where he's caught one as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first and 10, Mills looking left sideline, incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Back to the air on second down. Mills. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Mills. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on third and long. Mills Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Bentley. And he will find his man on the outside. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Look at me. Go.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Gage. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, it's Connor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bentley. That's complete right around the 8. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Mills. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. to throw. Mills, complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ty Johnson, 55 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll run on first down. Gage. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Gage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Hey, switch gears.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Now a give, right side. Gage. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw. Mills. That's caught by Jennings. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. From the gun on third down. Mills. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
60 or 59.
Here we go.
On first down, Gage. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he coughed it up. And this will go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another.